matchup between the Los Angeles Chargers and the Cincinnati Bengals.
Justin Rohrwasser set to kick off.
Both of these teams about to reach the halfway point of this NFL season, and we're underway on EA Sports. Here's Desmond King on the return. And he'll be stopped up at the 25.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Here's the first carry for Austin Eckler. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27.
Ball carrier.
Oh, that's a real nice job there by the defensive front. They just engaged and held their ground. But how about the guy who made the play? We often talk about whether they take a good first step or not. Many times you just don't take any step. Just get your feet moving, get your body going, and then once he made the read, he was able to make the play.
Justin Herbert looking to throw on 2nd down. On the screen, this is Eckler. And he's out of bounds, able to take this one up to the 35. That one, a 1st down pickup of 8.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
And that was a good start getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that to me pregame. That's what they did there.
Yeah, I think a lot of people think the coaching staff really gets on them, and that's how they motivate them. Most of these guys are self-motivated. They have a lot of pride in their performance.
Throwing on 1st down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. And that one off the mark behind him, incomplete.
2nd and 10 at the 35-yard line.
Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 35. To throw again. Herbert. This one complete to Christian Kirk. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. 15 yards on the play. 1st down.
1st down, Los Angeles.
So they'll come up in Bengals territory now with a 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line. Herbert will give this one to Eckler. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
That was a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
Now a first carry for their fullback. A gain of 5, good enough for the 1st down.
Well, after that pickup of a 1st down, I think some of the defensive guys are going to be looking over their coordinator and saying that was not in the scouting report. That went against every tendency most teams have. You don't usually hand the ball to your big guy in that situation. Sometimes you catch them by surprise.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. On the ground, it's Eckler. And they will only muster a yard here to the 38.
The ball carrier.
No doubt about it. A really nice job there by the defense, not allowing him to get to the perimeter. But that means your defensive ends, your outside linebackers, the guys that you pay big money to sack the quarterback, they also have to have interest in the running game as well. And they did a nice job there of holding the point of attack and not giving ground.
38-yard line, 2nd and 9. They'll try the air now with Herbert. Going right side here, and that's complete. And this time not quite to the 30. It'll be down at the 31-yard line. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a third down. Now it's Herbert. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. And boy, he is very close to a first down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short. Only 2 on the screen pass there, and it'll be 4th down. And on their first drive, the offense staying out there. They're going to go for it on 4th. Needing the tough yards, they run it with their fullback. And he's able to pick up the first before he's taken down at the 27. They only got a couple, but a couple's all that they needed as they convert on 4th.
First down.
Setting up to throw on first down. He'll get this to Eckler. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
It's a gain.
Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards.
19-yard line.
A shotgun snap for Herbert. And he's going to go down. Back at the 27-yard line. He's sacked.
Justin Herbert.
Enough to start to have a good drive. Quite like a big loss on a sack, does it?
Now they're looking at a 3rd and long, and suddenly the momentum shifted to the other side of the football.
And old Mo is a very, very fickle man.
Throw on 3rd down with Herbert. But when this ball's tipped and intercepted. Picked up by Jesse Bates. And he will take this all the way up past the 40-yard line. Well, that is a quick lesson on how difficult this defense is to throw against. An interception on their initial drive of the ball game.
Now we know why their offensive staff spent the entire week awake trying to prepare for this one, because you can't totally shy away from throwing the football. But at the same time, you're looking at them and going, where are the weaknesses? How are we going to move it?
One of the top defenses in the NFL for a reason. We just saw one example right there. Burrow going to lead up the Bengals here, 1st and 10 at the 41-yard line. A first carry here for Joe Mixon. And he will be brought down at about the 43 that time. A minimal gain as we tick down inside of a minute remaining in the opening quarter.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
Well, the 2nd down throw on target, and he'll get it into enemy territory just across midfield at the 49. That one a first down pickup of 8.
1st and 10 at the 49-yard line.
Mixon with a first down carry. And a 6-yard gain gets him right around the 43.
On the carry. Taken down.
We're scoreless after 1.
That's the end of the first quarter with no...
Ready for the second quarter from Cincinnati. It's the Bengals with the football here as they've got it with a 2nd and 4 coming up. Line of scrimmage, the 43 on 2nd and 4. Burrow going to give this to Mixon. Well, he got half of what he needed there, 2 yards, and it'll bring up a 3rd and 2 more.
A gain of 2.
So 3rd and 2, this quite possibly 4-down territory, though, if they're stopped. They give to Mixon to try to pick it up. And he's going to have the first down at about the 38. It's a first down following a gain of 3.
I like the look that they just showed there. When you come out in a passing formation, spread things out a little bit, makes it really hard to cover the middle of the field, doesn't it? Because you got to go out to the perimeter and cover those guys.
Yep, exactly. Got some good blocking, too. Helped him pick up the first. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Burrow going to fake to Mixon and now look to throw. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. Takes this to the 32, maybe the 31, and then the defense rallying quickly after that broken tackle. A gain of 3 last play. This time they double it and pick up 6. 6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. Now Joe Mixon. Give him a yard on the run there, and that's going to set up a 3rd down and 2.
On the tackle. It's a gain of a yard. Brings up 3rd.
Trying to keep the drive going here. This is play number 7 on 3rd and 2. Now Burrow. And he's got his man on the out route. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. It's a gain of 13, and the Bengals have a first down.
You don't always expect tight ends to be big in terms of run after the catch, but after that play, he joins a growing band of players that's putting that stereotype right on its ear.
So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. They'll run with Mixon. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. 10 more there and another first down.
Absolutely love the run right there. This guy's known for his quickness, but also for his speed. And he's able to get to the 2nd level almost before you blink if you give him any type of blocking. Always talk about slot receivers. They're usually known as quicker than fast. In this case, we've got a guy who's quick and fast, and he used it to great advantage.
They'll give it to Mixon. And that'll move him a little closer as he takes it from the 7 down to the 4-yard line.
Down at the 4-yard line.
And Brad, they went to a nickel defense, and that's a surprise this close to the goal line, because ordinarily you use the back end of the end zone, the sidelines as extra defenders, and you want bigger people on the field to try and help against the run.
Eluding the pressure right toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
So I like that right there. Not only was it the right play, throwing it away like that, frankly, I think it was the only play.
Yeah, got outside of the pocket, realized he had nothing, just chucked it free.
Yeah, live to fight another down, right?
Big play coming here. It's 3rd and goal. Mixon, and he'll get blown up behind the line of scrimmage. Back at the 6. That'll back him up 2 yards and also bring up 4th.
This defense has really flown around in the first half. They've gotten to the ball carrier before they can really get started. Offense got to come up with something else in order to try and get this running game going.
So they get 3, certainly hoping for 6 after a 13-play drive.
So you console yourself on defense by saying you did your job, right? If they go 13 plays, you only give up a field goal, you did a nice job there. But here's the other part. 13 plays, you don't force any mistakes, you don't take the ball away. Maybe that's the way they should look at it.
The Charger drive about to get going. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, only gave up 3 points off of that, so it shouldn't be a difficult hole to overcome.
It really shouldn't, as long as they're not listening to the chatter coming from the other side, because when you throw a pick, look, I know defensive backs, they have a tendency to be a little bit loud after they take one away, but they also have a tendency to gamble a little bit more, thinking they'll get a second one. Maybe they can take advantage of that with some double moves.
At the 23, it's 2nd and 12. Here's Herbert. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete. Defensively, Charles, they continue to really limit this offense as far as yardage goes.
Yeah, you're exactly right. They've been assignment sound, staying in their lanes, keeping proper leverage, and communicating well, too.
Escaping the pressure right. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete. The passing game not in sync here early. And now it's 4th down. So on 4th down, here's the Australia native Mitch Wishnowsky to punt this one away. He gets us away. It's a good one, drawing toward the sidelines. And this one goes angling out of bounds, and it will be spotted inside the 30-yard line.
At their own 30-yard line.
The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. Their drive last time, it stalled out. They were forced to take the short field goal.
And the key phrase, you nailed it, forced to, because you know coaches look at these short field goals as a last resort, right? To them, that's not how drives are supposed to end. You're supposed to put 6 on the board. That's a consolation prize, like going to the county fair. You don't get the big stuffed animal on that one, do you?
No, you don't go top shelf. That's bottom shelf material. The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. Here's Burrow. Got an open man. That's C.J. Uzomah. And he's taken down right at the 45-yard line. A gain there of 21 yards.
Nice job there of utilizing his big target. He didn't overthink it. Understands the catch radius, understands that he knows how to use his body to keep defenders away from the ball, and puts it right out there for the nice pickup.
They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. They go play action with Burrow. And he fires one incomplete.
So much for the best laid plans and best designed plays. That was good coverage along the sidelines. No place for that one to get in there. It sails incomplete.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. Now it's Burrow. Open man completes it to Smith-Schuster. And this winds up a gain of 4 to the 41. Coming up at the half, a reminder, we go back to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman. He'll have a look back at our first half as well as a look ahead to what's coming up later this weekend. Now Burrow loses the football. Offensively lucky they're able to keep the football, but now 4th down, so they'll have to boot it away.
I do think, though, they're going to look at this as a positive. 1, they recovered the fumble, so they retained possession. But 2, being able to punt it changes field position for them. Imagine if that turnover takes place there. Now your defense has to go onto the field and try and hold. Instead, they get a little breathing room.
And just a single punt for him in the loss last week as he sends this one away. And a bit of a mistake there. This is well into the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 20-yard line.
The Charger drive about to get going. And the results for them have not been strong to this point. 2 drives have ended in a turnover and then a punt.
So would it be too snarky for me to say that they've shown improvement? because you had two drives with turnovers. Now they punted it away, so at least they didn't turn it over. So that's good, right?
You're going to get some angry users reaching out to you on social media.
Well, I don't mean to be. I was actually looking.
And now this is intercepted. My goodness. Picked off by Von Bell. And he will score. Touchdown, Cincinnati.
Touchdown, Bengals.
Ah, yes, the old tip drill works to perfection there.
Ah, you're bringing back great memories. Used to love that drill. And a lot of times in practice, you work on it, not just one tip, but multiple tips, just in case the ball stays in the air for a while. Having awareness and the ability to go up and grab it, and then you want to get some blocking support and end up in the opposite end zone.
In that tip drill, what do you yell?
For us, it was Oski. Okay, Oski was an interception.
Different teams.
Different teams have different ways of doing it. I've heard bingo, jackpot. The worst I ever heard, though, was Frankenstein. You don't want it to be a
too many syllables.
You want to get it right down and go. Oski is really the preferred word.
Oski. The Charger drive about to get going. Fresh off of 6 the other way, it's Herbert. Now they go screen, it's complete. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2.
To Austin Eckler.
Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. Steps away to his left. He'll run it, and he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line.
The keeper.
Looks to me, partner, like he's learned a little bit, because earlier in the game, I think he was trying to force a lot of throws into some windows that just weren't open.
Yeah, the interceptions had plagued him, especially a second interception, really a bad throw, so maybe a better decision there.
Yeah, no doubt about it. I think he learned from earlier in the game, and he's applying it now.
Herbert on first down now. That's into the hands of Eckler. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. 14 yards is the pickup there, and a Charger first down. First and 10 here, and you know, if they could just get 3 out of this, something about whittling it to a one-score game at half that might provide a psychological boost. And a quick throw here, that's complete. No gain there on the completion, 2nd and 10.
To number 80. He steps out of bounds behind the line of scrimmage.
Had the completed pass, but for no gain, stopped right at the line, so it's 2nd and 10. From the shotgun, here's Herbert. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete. Christian Kirk, the man he was looking for, and it's 3rd down.
From the snap, he certainly looked like he knew where he wanted to go with the ball, but surprise, that guy was covered. So that took his attention elsewhere to no avail.
An incomplete pass on 2nd down. It muddles things a little bit here. This is 3rd and 10. To the air again, Herbert. He'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And he'll get this up near midfield, but that's still a few yards shy of the first down. That one good for only 6, and it leaves him with a 4th down.
Brings up 4th down.
Now the Bengals going to use the first of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with 45 seconds to go in the first half. On is the Chargers punter now, as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. And this is a beauty, as that ball's going to angle out at the 6-yard line. So they'll play the field position game here, as a very nice punt is going to pin them back.
Yeah, it's almost like watching a game of tennis, or do you prefer ping pong? You know, back and forth like that? But it definitely was excellent, wasn't it?
The Bengals drive about to get going. You've got under a minute to go here until halftime. You got the good-sized lead. No need to do anything crazy.
No, there really is no need to do anything crazy. The smart play, go ahead and take your lead into the locker room and then try and add to it in the second half. But there's a part of me that looks at this and says, first half going my way, I have a little bit of a cushion. Let's go ahead and try and extend things. If you've got some good plays drawn up, you might want to think about them right here.
On 1st and 10, Joe Burrow. That's complete to Moss out of the backfield. The Bengals going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as they stop it with 28 seconds to go in the first half of play.
At the 28-yard line.
Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28. Out of the gun, it's Burrow. He gets this in the hands of Mixon. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
Well, they've certainly done a nice job spreading the ball around on this drive. This time he gets it out to his back, and it's another nice play and another first down. They've got the defense on their heels a little bit. They're reacting instead of being aggressive and making plays.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
56 to Mike. 56 is to Mike. I'm coming after you. I'm coming after you.
To the air again, Burrow. And he'll be corralled out across midfield down to the 45. Now the Bengals going to signal for their 3rd and final timeout as they stop it with 16 seconds to go in half number 1. First down with Burrow. And the catch made. It's Tyler Boyd. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down.
Brings up 2nd and a yard at the Chargers' 36-yard line.
And just a yard to go here on 2nd down. So we have reached halftime with our score 10-0 as we send you down to Orlando where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach.
Michael Badgley to kick off for the Chargers.
The Bengals set to receive. They have the lead and the football to begin quarter number 3. Looking up into the lights, and he muffs it. Oh, a dangerous return man showing it here. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30.
3-yard line.
The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. They built a good first half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. 3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Here's Burrow setting up to throw it. He'll find Smith-Schuster. That's complete. And great yardage here all the way deep into Los Angeles territory.
That's good.
A big play there on the catch and run. 51 yards.
1st and 10 at the 13-yard line.
From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10. From the red zone now, here's Burrow 1st down. Open man is Ross, complete. And he'll be out of bounds. 2 catches in the first half. Now he's got a 3rd here, and it's good for a 1st.
And now we get into the psychology of the whole thing because a lot of teams with a 2-score lead in the 3rd quarter, they almost become defensive with their offense, just playing not to lose. I think with this team, you got to figure at this point, this is a great spot for them to go into attack mode, really try and put the hammer down and finish this one off.
And he stopped immediately there. No gain there as he kept it himself at 2nd down.
Oh, yeah, good surge defensively. Sometimes you can just tell by the way a quarterback lines his feet up behind center. He's going to try and sneak it in. And they catch him here and stop him for no gain.
Check, 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 check. Check, check, check. Slam, slam, slam.
Mixon trying to punch it in. And he is in. Touchdown, Bengals. Joe Mixon with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Bengals add on to their lead. They were able to stop him at the line on first down, but this time he punches his way through.
And sometimes just because you're stopped on the first run, it doesn't mean the play call is bad or incorrect. You might just need better execution and just a tad more determination. And they got it done on the second try.
And it'll come out to the 25 as King opts for the touchback.
25-yard line.
The Charger drive about to get going. And their halftime hole now even deeper. And they need a big drive here just to answer the first touchdown of the second half scored against them.
They were down at the half. Now, as you mentioned, they're down a little bit bigger. But no time for discouragement. Just got to get back to it, right? Put your shoulder against the boulder and start pushing. And try and get back to where you were to start the half.
Pick up at 6. Brings up 2nd and 4 at the 31-yard line.
They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31. Out of the gun, Herbert. Henry's got it out on the left side. And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39. 7 yards there and a first down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
Now left side on the swing pass. He's got a first down and then some at midfield. And finally taken down at the 44-yard line. 18 big yards on that one, and a Charger first.
They ran that one well, and not only did they pick up a nice chunk of yardage on the screen, they sent a message to the defense. Rush the passer all you want, but you better be careful. We can hit you going back the other direction.
Running on first down, Eckler. And boy, this defense again really making things tough on him as they stop him for no gain.
The line of scrimmage.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
Here's Herbert now on second down. He'll get this to Eckler.
That might feel like a little bit of a lost opportunity there for the offense because the defense brought pressure that time. And sometimes against that, you can get out to your running back, and it could turn into a big gain downfield. But what a nice job they did getting to him quickly and holding him to a short gain.
From the gun, Herbert on third down. This is caught inside the 15. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or two shy of the 10. That gain on third down, good for 28. Now a 1st and 10 at the 11. Back to throw here, Herbert. On the screen, this is Eckler. And he's able to work it here to the 8-yard line. 3 yards the gain there, second down. The ball on the 8, still could get a first down technically, 2nd and 7.
At the 8-yard line.
Out of the gun, Eckler running it. And he'll be stopped just outside the 5 at the 6. A minimal gain there on the 8th play of the drive.
Well, they certainly have been able to get him going and establish the run, so I think it's time to abandon that plan and start chucking it all over the park. And you know who's excited about that? The defensive front. They got a chance to pin their ears back and get after him now.
Here's Joshua Kelly, the rookie from UCLA. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. The gain of 5 that time gives him the conversion and makes it 1st and goal. First and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. And they'll turn to the power game to try to get in. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Los Angeles. It's the fullback. His first touchdown on the year. And the Chargers, they're able to cut into that deficit. And it's 17-7.
Is good. Makes the score Bengals 17, Chargers 7. Mike Badgley to kick off for the Chargers.
Following the touchdown, Badgley out there to kick it away. That'll be taken about a yard deep. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22.
Over first and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
The Bengals drive about to get going. They were able to extend their lead with an opening drive touchdown here in the third quarter, but that just got matched a moment ago.
So we know that what they discussed at the half worked. Now, what are the counters to that, right? You don't just run the same things over and over. Some do, but many will also show something and then come back with something else to keep the defense off balance.
Second and 9.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. From the shotgun, it's Burrow. He finds his running back, Mixon. And some room to roam now. And all the way down to the 37. A big change in field position there. That's 40 yards on the catch and run.
First and 10 at the 30.
1 quarter remains here in this Thursday night matchup. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
7.
So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for first and 10. Mixon. And he'll be brought down, losing yardage back at the 40. Different story this time around. We had that huge gain, followed by a sizable loss here.
40-yard line.
Burrow going to fake to mix it and now look to throw. Airing one out for Boyd. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's third down.
I remember a coach telling me a long time ago the difference between playing corner and safety in the NFL. Corner is like the Autobahn. Everybody just flying by, and these corners have been really busy in this game, although they got it done on the last play.
On the last play, yes, but there have been some good numbers put up against him offensively. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. And he will be very close to a first down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means fourth down. Zach Taylor, a new breed of head coach. He's going to go for it on fourth down.
Mike 56, Mike 56. Check 43.
Oh, and now movement and a whistle, and they may have to rethink their plans on fourth down. So on fourth down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. He was true on his first. This a tough one from 49 yards away. And that'll be off the crossbar and out. It's short. He couldn't get it there. It's no good. And this score will stay right where it is. Well, he had that one on target. That's half the battle. The other half of the battle, however, is distance.
And he nearly had that, too. but it was the crossbar that said otherwise, and that'll deny him a shot at 3.
Herbert going to lead up the Chargers here, 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line. He's back to throw here to start the drive. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
He did a fine job there of not hitting him before the ball arrived, and I've got to tell you, you can often mistime that play because of the angles of approach. When you're going to get him, sometimes you panic as well and think, I've got to be there right now. Instead, in this case, timed it perfectly and knocked it free.
5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
From the gun on 3rd down, Herbert. And that is incomplete.
Whether that's a little grabbing, a little hand fighting, by any means necessary on 3rd down, he was able to get the job done in the secondary and swat that one away.
And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter, let's see how this plays out. They snap it to Herbert. On Herbert, his 3rd interception. Picked off at the 49. And he will bring it back. It's a pick 6 from Bengals TV. That's the story of the game. They've been suffocating all game long on defense. They were suffocating there again in a big way.
And they've done it not just by out-athleting them, which is often the case, but by being able to adjust to anything they tried to throw at them and beating them to the punch each and every time. This was a defense that was well prepared.
So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. Desmond King now to return it. And he won't quite make it to the 25.
The Chargers take over 1st and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
The Charger drive about to get going. And just looking ahead, it would appear that that bye week is coming at the right time. They'll have 2 weeks to chew on this one, though probably not one that they want to chew on. A poor performance from start to finish. A big seam, and he might go all the way. The 20, 10, and all the way in for a Charger touchdown. Austin Eckler, 76 yards. And the Chargers are able to close the gap just a bit. And those are the highlight reel runs you dream of right there.
When he gets a seam and just gets through it, how about the explosiveness, the burst to get there to begin with, and then once he's in full gallop, good luck trying to track him down.
And those plays so demoralizing for the defense.
Absolutely, because you've done so much work trying to keep people in front of you. When they're past you and behind you, that's a tough one to swallow.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. And you figure after giving up that last touchdown, they trail by 2 scores here in the 4th quarter. This drive becomes very critical. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27. It's Melvin Ingram on the tackle.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
Now a pass is taken in by Smith-Schuster. And he fumbled it. It's on the ground. And picked up by the Chargers. And they'll take over inside the 45 at the 44-yard line.
Partner, that one looked like it was over. I mean, they had control, had the football, and the defense had to make a play in order to keep them in the game. That's exactly what they did.
And now that door ajar, 2-score game, so hold on here, not done in the 4th. Now Herbert following the turnover. And they're going to get him. He's taken down for a sack. back at the 47-yard line. Sam Hubbard making his presence felt in the backfield. Under 4 to go now as the clock runs and they come up on second down.
52's the mark, boys. 52. You're not ready. You're not ready. Check. Hey, watch
it. A shotgun snap for Herbert. He's got his tight end complete. It's Green. It'll be a pickup of 15 as that'll lead to third down.
All right, this is the time of the game where they're down a couple of scores, and they've really got to get some yards in chunks, and they know the defense doesn't want to give those up, but they've got to find a way to take them anyway.
Now the question is, can they string a few of those together? The Chargers on third down, lacking much success, just 2 for 7 to this point. This is 3rd and 4. They'll run out of the gun with Eckler. And he's going to have the first down yardage as he's down at about the 30-yard line. They get the first. The decision to run on 3rd and medium winds up being a good one. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. From the gun, Herbert. That's into the hands of Eckler. That'll be a pickup of 10 as they try to recover from this 10-point deficit. A good position to be in here, 2nd and inches. Now Eckler. And he'll get it down this time to the 17. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's Charger football as we welcome you back from the 2-minute warning. They've got a 1st and 10 as they search for a late score. On first down, it's Herbert. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Read it well, and it's picked. And he'll go down inside the 15 at his own 13-yard line. Boy, so another interception, CD. It feels like he's starting to unravel a little bit.
And as you would expect, still a work in progress here in his 2nd season. He has to start ironing out some of these mistakes, though, because now his head coach, his offensive coaches, they have to evaluate whether you keep playing him and let him work through it, or you start thinking about going to his backup.
Calling a gain of 4 on 1st, and that'll make it 2nd down. He was close to flirting with that sideline, but able to stay in bounds like you know his coach wants him to do and keep that clock moving.
Isn't it funny that we're watching this play when we had that discussion just yesterday about this? What do you do in this scenario? What do you know, what's your mindset? It appeared to me that he'd totally forgotten that he needed to stay in bounds, and then the last second, oh no, I better get down. And he ended up doing the right thing. But at that point, maybe close to letting it slip away.
3rd and 7.
An extra cornerback now in the game for the Chargers here on 3rd. Here we go with Burrow. They'll set up the screen here to Mixon. And he'll lose yardage on this one back to the 13. Now the Chargers will use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. The punter Bosher on now as he gets this one away. On the return, it's King. 21 yards. Well done on the return. And the Chargers will be set up pretty well as they take over in great field position. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And oh, look at that, a diving catch.
Herbert's pass.
And a really good pickup of 28 yards.
A 28-yard gain.
So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. Here is Eckler. And he takes this one into the end zone, and all of a sudden, here in the final minute, things get a little bit tighter. Okay, game on. Don't go anywhere yet. You got a one-score game now. Probably going to rely on the onside kick coming up.
Yeah, they have to. It's not a high-percentage play, but it's better than not having a chance at all. And that's when you put your leapers and your flyers on one side, get that high hop, and hope that one of the guys can come up with it.
And on the other side, you get that hands team ready.
No doubt about it.
And this is going to be recovered by the Bengals hands team. And they're going to hang on and win this game. Well, fourth quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
So this one in the win column now for the Cincinnati Bengals. And it wasn't really always pretty. They had their bumps and bruises. Really, both sides did. But they did what they needed to do at home to get the win.
Yeah, they really had to grind this one out, didn't they? Because nothing came